Yeah, what is up? Did you miss us?
Hey y'all.
Shall we kick it off with just a normal, regular? You have tuned in to the first episode of an impromptu show called Sprrr in the Block with yours truly, BBM representative Walter Dexter Fix 86, Mr. K Quick villain in the white mask. Y'all know the vibes. And also with me.
It's the Blue Phoenix. I don't have that much of an opening, but it's me.
Yeah, that was terrible. Freaking terrible, but I will. Shouts out to everybody. I'm just saying, obviously, we're all on a hiatus here, and apparently we missed y'all folks. That's pretty much that.
Yeah. And this is not a regular show again. This is just a spin a block with us two. Usually I'm with, if I'm not with the crew, I'm with Mo. Well, I'm with Quick today. So you
Oh,
get another side.
this should be very interesting. I'm saying this should be
Mm-hmm.
very, very interesting. And I'm looking here, and everything is going off all at once because we're just live everywhere. It looks like, you know what I'm saying? But we just felt like talking about some stuff, so that's exactly what we finna do.
Apparently he finna take himself out of the well, when he comes back, we'll get into it. But yeah, we were trying to talk about a couple of things. Of course, since we've been on our summer break, a lot of things have been coming up, and we just send them to each other like, "Dang, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this. How about we talk about that?" So we decided to bring a few things up. I'm not sure exactly what Quick wanted to start with. So while I'm waiting for him to come back, I would definitely like to know how you guys' day has been have been. What do you think about the Canadian haze that's going
See,
on down here?
so obviously you can tell I'm not used to being in the driver's seat a whole lot because I kicked myself and brought myself back in.
Yeah, are we live on Facebook or just YouTube?
We are live everywhere.
Oh, okay, because I only see okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
was looking at that. It had all the YouTube links. It had the Facebook.
Yeah, let me
We're on
see.
the no filter page. I know that.
Yep, and both sides of the point. Okay, I got
Yeah,
you.
so go ahead, and we should start sharing and all that good stuff. Firstly, how the heck are you doing, and how are you faring in this ash cloud that we got floating around the DMV right now?
I am actually great today. I'm great
Yeah.
today. Yes, the past few days have been a little off for me, but I am great today. And this haze is off the chain. When I woke up yesterday morning, I always wake up early in the morning. And I managed to see the sunrise. So I'm just looking at the sky like, okay, what's going what's going on here? And then I got an alert from the kids from DC Public Schools, and they were telling me about, it was a code red, um, what they say, code red air
Crazy.
advisory alert. Yeah. And so, hey,
Crazy.
hey, Nikki.
Nikki, how you doing, Queen?
And so that's when I sent it out. I was like, I know people got to be out and make sure everybody, they know. But that was just weird. But just seeing it and like, how the heck? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really believe it's from Canada. I really don't, because that only makes sense. And
That's
why in
what
the
they
world?
saying this from
Yeah,
Canada.
they're saying it's from wildfires in Canada. When have we ever heard of wildfires in Canada?
I haven't. So wait. So let I get this straight because I didn't thoroughly research why the heck we're in this black fog or whatever. But so that's the alibi. That's the excuse.
Yeah, they're
There's been
saying that
wildfires
from
up
eastern
north.
Canada coming down basically the East Coast.
All right. So
That the
y'all gonna make me
pollutants
get.
from that,
So
yeah,
y'all gonna
this
make
is
me get in my conspiracy bag. Okay. So
that's why I said wildfire. Yeah,
so
yeah.
you do you personally feel that this cloud of ash or whatever it is,
Hey Nick.
do, what's going on, Nick? Don't you feel there's something off about it? Do you feel like it was intentional?
Of course I do. Of
Because
course
we
I
know
do.
it is, right?
Of course. Like that all this doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't. Doesn't it snow up there in that part of Canada?
Yeah, but you know, they have their seasons too, but it's Canada. So I have never heard of a wildfire in Canada. We hear it in California. We hear it all the time in California. Canada, I have never heard of wildfires breaking out.
I haven't. Well, shoot, I haven't. So, but I'm gonna tell you this because I didn't really realize. Yes, they are, my friend. Yes, they are. You
Nikki
know.
said, it can happen. You can travel that far because leave me in Florida is the same in the same way.
I mean,
They have
I mean that's
wildfires.
Florida.
They have them in Florida.
It's hot as heck in Florida. I mean, it
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
surprise
that's
me.
what I'm saying. That will make sense.
It makes
There's a lot of
sense.
stuff that happens in Florida, though.
I know we have a whole segment covering just Florida news.
Yeah,
Of
what's in
course,
the
a lot
water
of
in
stuff.
Florida? Yeah, so I don't understand. I mean, I get Florida, but
Don't worry.
Canada,
Speaking of
that's
Florida,
yeah.
before this show is over, we're gonna make sure we slide. We're gonna look up something happened in Florida today.
All the
We gonna
time.
cover something.
Hmm.
So, but I will say I didn't realize it was as bad as it was. I stepped outside um yesterday morning and literally I could see the cloud like off in the distance. I can see like the thick layer of haze just floating on by, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Well,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
and it's still out here, and I guess it's supposed to happen throughout the weekend, and they're canceling all outdoor events or outdoor activities for the students,
Mm.
and so it's
Didn't the
the
school
advisory.
close behind that for like a day?
I don't know where.
I'm
Not
not.
in
It was
DC.
somewhere. It was.
Mo
It was
said
somewhere in Maryland.
he
I
said they
want to say it
happen
was
every year.
Charleston. Well, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me. Shout out to GI Mo, you know. But dang, I will, because I do remember other times it was like this. Whether they didn't say it was no wildfire. At some point in time, they said what it is. Like, oh, it was like a chemical or like something like an ash place overburnt or some weird stuff like that.
You know
But
it's not. You know you already know that's not what it is, and they trying to cover
of
some stuff
course,
up.
it's not
But
what it is.
I
I don't.
ain't.
But they trying to say. Well, granted, they'll never tell the truth about those streaks that the planes leave in the air. But we know what that.
Mm-hmm.
Planes don't
Chemtrails,
got
the
mufflers.
chemtrails.
I'm just. Of course, it is. You know,
Yeah.
it's like they put. It's almost the way I looked at it coming up. Is like it's almost like they're. I described it back in the day as an artificially made cloud. Like they're
Mm.
making their own clouds. And after a while, once you watch that chemtrail just slowly widen, it just blends in with the rest of the sky. You pay it no mind.
You know what? Speaking of chemtrails and mufflers, what did they say about Lupita's new boyfriend?
So this is where we going. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna go
So
there.
I'm so glad you went here first. Because the Black Panther star, Lupita, forgive me, I forgot her last name. African descent, if I'm not mistaken. Not sure which part, but African descent. She recently posted, because she doesn't post like relationship stuff that often, but she recently posted her boyfriend that she has been in a fairly long relationship with, from what I read. And social media has been in an outrage. Now, this is Twitter, this is Instagram, or the whole 9 yards, and they are saying things to the fact that he is too ugly for her. That's what they are saying, and it is the most ridiculous thing I have ever. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
Like, firstly, let me get the woman's perspective on
You
that.
want
For
me to
one, when you, because I shared the article to you.
Yeah, and I'm
That
gonna
I
go
read.
in and read his name.
Yes,
because
please read some excerpts for the folks, shall we?
I hadn't heard anything, and Nick said she hadn't heard anything either. So 1 second.
So yeah, so Phoenix is
Okay.
about to read some excerpts
This
from the article that
says
what we got.
it was her. How do you put it? In Young's. Lupita. Is that how you pronounce her last name? My apologies, honey bun. Her
Yes.
boyfriend's name is Salima or Sal Maskila. Mesakila. I'm sorry. And so they made their basically relationship public, and they did a little cute video or photo shoot in different outfits doing on this dance, doing a dance with a song. Hey Jay, hey Rock, right? Rock in the house.
Right.
And people have been calling him ugly. I wish you could pull up his picture. I really wish you could. The thing is, he's not ugly. He's not ugly at all.
He's not.
What it is, he has a scowl. So when he's not smiling or he's like, yeah, he looks like that, like his resting face is like kind of mean mugging.
But this is my whole point, because granted, for one, beauty and what you're attracted to is subjective. I may think a woman is fine that my homeboy probably wouldn't go near. Now for one, this is where that double standard comes in. Now, granted, I know that there is a distinct difference in societal measurement when it comes to women and men in almost every aspect. Now, the only reason I bring this up is for the group of women, or not just women, people who want to break that and say that we all need to be treated equal, which I do believe. But now let's get into it.
But what does equality have to do with calling somebody ugly?
Well, I'm about to get into
okay,
it. Because if it was a man to say that another man had a woman that he feel is too ugly for him, or that woman is ugly, or if it was a celebrity man and the person that he chose to be with, the men of social media said they were too ugly, the men of the world would have got dragged.
Yep.
Through the
mud. That's why I asked you that question, because I know somebody in the world, some lady is asking that question, and I knew you're gonna go there, and that's absolutely true. Women can say all types of things about men, about dogs, about whomever. They might even insult your baby and get away with it. A man could say your hair out of place. I know you ain't. It's just ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
And it can be a little thing like that. Now, granted, who are you to measure what she likes? All right, you should be happy that she happy with that person.
One of the tweets said that he's too ugly for her, and he shouldn't be able to be within 50 feet of Lupita.
That's the one that really made me mad.
Yeah, and I'm like, Lupita is beautiful. She's beautiful, and he's very handsome. It's just his resting scowl, and even that is not ugly. And the fact of the matter is, you don't have to date him. I don't understand, and that's our problem now as a society. We always look at someone. Hey, Zena, we always look at people and see the outside. We don't get to know who they are as a person. We don't get to know how their spirit is. We don't get to we don't get to know people. We just go by what they see. And like you said, who's ugly to you or unattractive to you may be the most beautiful person in the world to the person they're with.
Facts.
And you feel that you feel you have the right to say what you want to say about them. I'll be amazed to see what they're gonna say about you. Nick said it doesn't matter. What's for you, be for you. That's why people be missing out on a blessing trying to keep up with the world. Mm-hmm.
Straight up. And I just feel that it's those same people who are trying to drag this man because of how they feel he looks are probably the same ones who defended Lizzo when Aries Spears went at her.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that same energy for everybody of every gender. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure.
If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, apply that to who this beautiful young lady picks. To what a woman picks.
I think they look really good together. I think they look great too. You can tell that she's happy. He's happy. Anytime a man will do a video with you and change your clothes 5 to 6 times, he love you, girl. He really likes you. Because men ain't just about to stand there and switch it. He had on suits. He had on regular clothes. This man was changing into suits. He loves her, or in deep like with her. Let it be.
You know,
And
yeah,
a lot
this is
of
what
time that's just straight up jealousy. You're hating asses. Leave that
straight
man
up,
and
man.
woman
And it's
alone.
like I don't just like at the end of the day, despite how you feel about who or what your opinion is about a person, at the end of the day, did you see that picture that she posted? Did you read that caption? Did she
Mm,
look happy in those pictures? Do they look happy? Good. That's all that matters. Let them
right,
live their life. And
right.
who are you to? And that's enough. And this goes into something deeper because once again, when you talk about someone's look, that's in the same category as it's basically body shape. I
Hmm.
want to know why. Like matter of fact, let's go to a social media platform, TikTok. Love TikTok. Follow me at the Real K Quick, by the way, on TikTok.
And me at the Blue Phoenix Hills.
Yes, indeed. And follow the No Filter Show on there too. But
Yep, we got
anyways,
one over there too. Hmm.
but anyhow, I'm a stiffler. All right, hold on. Before I
Zena,
get into that, what's Zena say
Zena
here?
said, "Hey, I got a thing for a man that looks like a pit bull, a sexy pit bull though, and nobody better not say nothing about him, or I'm a dog walker."
Hey,
I know
shouts
that's
out.
right,
Brr, brr,
Zena.
brr, brr. I wish I had some sound effects. But I'm a huge stiffler because if anybody knows me, listens to my music or content or anything like that, one thing you know about me, I'm a huge advocate for mental health, and I am a advocate
Mhm.
that's 100% against bullying. Now, and TikTok has gotten like that, but apparently, but what I don't like is it seems like it's within a reason that they're against bullying,
Oh,
because once again, I can post a video that's music related. I posted a video with my own music playing, and they took my sound out of my
that's
video.
crazy.
Then a racist can make a hateful video, and that
Hmm.
joint can blow up, millions of views on it. Now, how it ties in, I have seen many of people get their videos taken down, accounts banned, so on and so forth, because they felt, men by the way, because they felt that they were talking about a woman in a bullying manner. Or,
Hmm.
and if you look at the comments in certain videos, they feel it's full of women defending that whoever they're speaking about, or even if they're telling the truth about a certain topic,
Yeah.
they'll say they're bashing women or disrespecting or body shaming. So this is where I'm going at. There's a lot of body shaming because the same way people have their opinions on women or people, they'll express that on TikTok. But I've also seen the same thing done to men. Nothing happens to those videos.
Yep, that's
I
true.
don't see any bullying tags. I don't see any backlash when these women talk about these men, how they look,
So
their
then,
shape, size,
okay.
or even when they express what their preference and what they pack. I
But then
never see
okay,
that.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm pretty much done. It's just like
Hmm.
that. The society doesn't keep the same energy with that. It goes back to what Mo always said: women get protected first, always.
Hmm.
So I say all that to say, you can rally for the equality, and this is just in general. You can rally for the equality amongst people always, but there's always going to be an uneven playing. Even especially in this, and this is to women. There's a lot of stuff in society that's in your favor, even if it's a little thing such as this, because obviously people don't keep the same energy on certain things, especially when it comes to bullying and all that stuff. But go
Okay,
ahead.
so why do you think that is, being as though we are in a patriarchal society?
I
Why do you think men are attacked so much and women are not? Yes, we are protected, we get that free space, but if this is a patriarchal society, uh, wouldn't you think it'd be the other way around?
It's a hypocritical society as well.
Makes sense.
So
I
this
think
is
I think we're protected because we're the consumers. I think we get more protection because we put more money into the pot. We spend more. We all the advertisements are based or sent to us. We do a lot more to we're the consumers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that may have something to do with it. Also, we'll complain when we don't like something. Most men will not complain, or if it's an
That
issue,
too.
they'll wave it off like, whatever, or they'll go
Also,
and confront the problem,
and to
on their
piggyback
own.
off that, also, like, so say a man makes a video and a woman doesn't like it because she feels it's directed towards her. If she complains, every woman, it seems like, in the world is going to stand
Got her back,
behind her. They
yeah,
are going to
yeah.
ride into the fire together.
What do they call that? Pussy power.
Whatever you call it. But men aren't going to do
But
that.
I mean,
We just,
you guys do, because you deal with things different.
yeah, I
So
mean,
y'all will go directly to the person, or do what you got to do, and you're more quiet with it. We're more loud. We're
yeah.
more, and
And
I
it also said, and also we
we
we've
can
been
do,
taught
yeah.
to talk suffer in silence too. So
That's true. Speaking of suffering in silence, as y'all may know, on May 31st, Jackie O passed away.
rest in peace. Rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace to Jackie O. She
And
was
prayers and condolences to
yes,
DC Young Fly, the
DC Young Fly.
children, both sides of the family. Love and prayers to both, to everybody.
Yeah, now it and they have 3 children together. I think it's eight,
No,
one.
three. They have 3 children.
Yeah, but they
And
have an 8-year-old, I think a 3-year-old,
yeah, and a
and
baby
a
still.
10-month-old. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
had a baby, and when she was in Miami getting a mommy makeover. Now, I had went to look because they were saying that's some people were saying, well, I don't know if that's what she was doing or if she had already had it, but that's what had happened. She was getting a
Mm-hmm.
mommy makeover. And I'm going to read, because I did pull up something about that. Let me read some. I give exactly what a mommy makeover is, because some people know BBLs and all that stuff, but let me give you exactly what happens when you get a mommy makeover, because
I didn't know that there was. I didn't know that that was an actual term for something.
yeah,
Like,
mommy
I thought it was.
makeovers.
I thought it was
It's
like
a
an
quote.
expression thing.
It's a quote unquote, but that's what it is. A
So
mommy
it's code
makeover.
for something, literally.
Yeah, it's a whole
Wow.
set of procedures, and one of the procedures I did not know
Mm.
that they did, and I was surprised. So I'm getting ready to read it. Hold on one second.
Please do, because this is news
And
for me.
also, she's 32. She was only
So
32.
young,
Yeah,
goodness.
it was so, yeah, it was terrible. Now let me get down here. Now, DC Young Fly, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read his tweet, because he was
Mm-hmm.
quiet. He was silent about it for about a week. He said, I wasn't in no rush to post this because I wanted it to be a dream so bad. But every hour I'm reminded of reality. So I want to make sure I applaud you in the proper manner. You are the greatest mother I know. Your soul was beautiful. You want the best for others, and I admire how our family loves each other. Um, you know how our last convo went. I prayed for you, and now we are here. But it's okay. We will continue to pray and hold on to our faith, because that's all we know. Love you forever, and our kids are super strong. They help me with my tranquility, no cap. You with me forever. The queen of my children will always have a spot in my heart and the paradise. Love you forever. Just know we going harder than ever, and God is in control, and He got us covered. And He said, never worry about our kids loving each other, because you were on top of that. You knew we God fearing, and we are grounded by the Spirit. We never question the higher power. We roll with the punches and continue to live righteous. We'll always tell our kids how much an amazing person you were, especially a great mother. That was what he posted. But I want to get into what a mommy makeover is.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, a mommy makeover is defined by Stanford Medicine as any combination of a tummy tuck, breast augmentation, breast lift, liposuction, and vaginal rejuvenation surgery. I did not know.
So it's a combination of,
It's a
like,
combo, yeah,
so
yeah,
all at once.
of
Goodness.
any of those. So you can get all of those, or you can get a combination of any of those. And I didn't even know vaginal rejuvenation was a part of that.
I
So
didn't.
that
Well,
was new for me.
I didn't know this was. I didn't know mommy makeover was a code for like like a value pack of
Yeah,
surgeries.
that's what they started calling it. And a lot of women are going, they do the BBL, breast Brazilian butt lift, but they
That's the
can,
most common
yeah, that's
lately.
the most common one. But a mommy makeover does all of that. Well, I guess you got to add the butt lift in it because they didn't put the butt lift. But
Yeah.
consequences, not consequences, I'm sorry, risks, which is kind of a
Hmm.
consequence to having a mommy makeover. And this is coming from American Society of Plastic Surgeons. This may include bleeding, infection, poor healing of incisions, hematoma, seroma, loss of nipple sensation, inability to breastfeed, implant leak, capsular constricture. I noticed a lot of words, I'm sorry. Anaplastic, large cell lymphoma, basically
Hmm.
inflammation of lymph nodes, unfavorable scarring, recurrent looseness of the skin, fat necrosis, deep venous thrombosis, which is horrible, cardiac and pulmonary complications, asymmetry, persistent pain, contour deformity, fat embolization, and anesthesia risk. Ooh, I was tongue tied. Y'all know I got a list.
Now I'm assuming that women who get these mommy makeovers, I'm assuming they took time to sit and think long and hard to, for one, figure out if the pros outweigh the cons.
Right.
Because that's a lot of cons right there. Like
Yeah,
to
there
make
are a
to
lot
make
of
you
cons.
wonder why would somebody want to go for that with the risk of all that. It sounds like a mesothelioma commercial. Like
Oh God.
straight up. Like
Or now that if you took Tylenol during your pregnancy, it's so many different things now. And Mo said where the kids. I don't know. They may be with her parents or his parents because DC. Well, they might be with him now. He was actually in
they
Atlanta
do.
filming for a while and out when that happened, and
Yeah.
she went down to Miami. So they might be with him now, or he may, they may be with the family. I'm pretty sure he's not filming right now. But yeah, that is very very scary. And on top
Extremely.
of that, what I found out that I did not know about her is she had become a realtor earlier
Mm.
this year. Yeah, earlier this year she put out a post just talking about how now she's a realtor and she's claiming being the best realtor in Georgia.
Mm.
And yeah, she was a real estate agent and she was ready to sell or help people get their homes.
That's real,
And
yo.
that is just so crazy. And then she also had beginning on her journey of spirituality and
Mm.
and and being in, finding God for herself. So it's many different things that she had been doing outside of being a wild and out girl. And also someone was saying, and I can't remember where I read it, that she had was on somebody's show talking about why she wanted to get that done. It was talking about she got to keep up with those girls, basically wild and out girls.
Oh
Now
wow.
she had, and when you're in the public eye, like a lot of actresses, a lot of entertainers, a lot of even men, they go with the makeup, they go get procedures done. They're always in the gym. There are a lot of things that they have to do to keep up with appearances. So, that's unfortunately one of the plays of the game. But for her, she had just had a baby 10 months ago. She
So
was not supposed
it
to have
wasn't time for that.
surgery.
It wasn't time for that,
No,
no way.
you have to at least wait over a year. And that's dangerous. For one, you're pregnant damn near 10 months. He was only 10 months. So she was just getting to the almost beginning stages before she got pregnant.
Mm.
Her body was not where it was supposed to be in order for her to be prepared for surgery. And Nikki said this wasn't her first surgery. Of
Well,
course, it wasn't her first surgery.
well. We can only assume. Now, granted, I
No,
don't have
I
it.
believe it wasn't.
Well,
I
no,
believe it wasn't her
we can
first.
believe it. We can believe it, but still, without
Yeah.
I don't have any proof.
Well, I can look it up, but
So
that's not the
I
point of
mean,
this.
I can't say that, but just focusing on this situation here without veering elsewhere
Yeah.
and just looking at it from a man's perspective, that was a beautiful woman. You know,
She
if
was.
anything, women are getting surgery to look like her. Yeah, for real.
Right.
But so
I can
I
guarantee
don't
you a
know.
lot of it
Maybe
had to do with the fact that she had 3 kids. She was in the public eye. It could have been an
Possibly.
insecurity within herself, and she's like, I just
It
want to
could
get
have
it
been.
done.
I mean, that's really the only
Hmm.
kind of reason. Well, granted, like I said, I'm sure there's a multitude of reasons, but I will say a prominent one would be an insecurity of how one sees their self or how they
Hmm.
feel about themselves or how they envision themselves looking and how they want to look, or an overall vision they have for themselves that they feel they need to fulfill and or complete. That is what the reason why they would want to go that route as far as surgery or altering in a sense.
Okay, Nikki, come back and let us know what it said. But speaking of opinions and just trying to figure out, what happened or who's who. You sent a post to me earlier, or was I? Did
Yeah.
I send that? You sent that to
No,
me,
I sent it. I sent it because
and yeah.
I was online and there was some people, different media figures who had their opinions on this situation as far as DC Young Fly and his relationship with the dearly departed. And for one, my personal view on it before I even go into what I saw is I'm not sure how well these media personalities know DC Young Fly. I don't know how personal their relationship is, but a lot of them were speaking as if they knew him personally.
Hmm.
That I don't know. But I will say and this is once again, this is me coming from a man's perspective, because I can't even imagine the whirlwind that DC Young Fly and his family is going through
Hmm.
right now. So I can't even put myself in that position. But from a man's perspective, because the biggest mistake I seen this one person in particular bring bring about, he brought those three babies into it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, when you bring children into a situation to express your opinion, because it sounds like through his tone he has a disdain for DC Young Fly. He has a disdain for,
Yeah,
and
the
if
way yeah.
yeah, the way it sounded like Barry Brolick. I'm sure DC Young Fly could have gotten past that if he just focused on talking about him, DC Young
Hmm.
Fly. Because if you speak on me, okay. You talk about my dearly departed significant other, let alone talk about my children.
Right.
Now I'm not. If I respond to you, it's not gonna be on the internet. It's not gonna be on social media, because now I want you to tell me what you said on the air when I'm in front of you.
Right. And
Then we'll
okay,
see how it
so
goes.
I'm gonna tell you what the guy was in a nutshell what he was saying. I don't
Go
remember
ahead.
his name. If you can go back and see if you can get the name of the show, or because I think it was the person that posted it had their name on it. It was it her show. I'm not sure. So if you can go back so we can make sure we
All
put that
right. Well, hold it
show out
down.
there.
I'll be right
I
back.
got you. Okay, so the guy on the show was basically saying that he feels like DC didn't love Jackie O, and he doesn't love the kids because he didn't marry Jackie O.
The show is
And
called Neek at Night.
okay,
So like
NIT, right?
literally it's like Dominique, only it's just the Neek part
Okay.
at night,
And it was like a panel of like six people, three
give
men,
or
three
take.
women, I believe. Yeah. And yeah, so he was this one guy was saying that um yeah, basically because he didn't marry Jackie O, he didn't love her or the kids. And he didn't, love her because he didn't make her or tell her she couldn't go get the surgery. And of course, when people say something about telling a woman what to do, it was a whole uproar. But he was saying that, and also that if he really cared, he would have made sure she didn't go. But he also mentioned the fact that him as a husband, because he's married, he would have had an issue with his wife going to go have that mommy makeover. He
Mm.
he said his wife had to go into surgery, and it was a minor surgery, and he was like, can they give you medicine? Is there something they can do where you don't have to go under anesthesia? And he said he was just trying to figure out so many different ways where she wouldn't have to go under, because going under, even for something minor,
It's a risk. It's a
it is
risk
a
in
risk.
everything.
And he's like, he didn't want to lose her, and then they have children, and so that's why he said he felt the way he felt about DC. Now, hearing that from him, how did that make you feel? What did you feel about that, outside of what you just said?
For one, how do you know what him and his wife or his significant other speak about? How do you even know? And he said something about a condition that his, like, how do you know that? Firstly, how do you know this personal information? Or do you live in the house with them? Are you in the middle of their discussions? What gives you the right, whoever that guy is, to speak on that? Firstly, maybe I'm just a firm believer of what happens in your house stays in your house. That's like the old school. I'm the young cat with an old soul. But like at that point, that needs to be addressed in that itself, or that would have been addressed in that itself. Now, granted, I don't know DC Young Fly personally, but I follow him enough to know he a thorough dude, you know. And if he decides to respond to anybody who took any personal jabs, more than likely he's not going to respond to that person directly on the internet. He's going to handle that how he wants to. He's going to probably handle that in private. And if he wants to speak generally, he may speak generally and address it that way. But now, granted, I don't know for sure. But if I was just to take wild guesses, I would assume that's what he would do, because that's he a real dude. You know what I mean? And me as a man, and like I said, as I said earlier, me as a man, I want to come to you and I want you to tell me what you said. And we're going to answer to now that I can respond back to you. Tell me how you feel about me and mine now.
Yeah. And also, I forgot to put in there. Okay, so he said that DC wants to be polygamous. So he was like, well,
is that any of your business though?
Right. That's what I'm saying. He was like, I don't know where he was when it happened, but maybe he was with one of the other women, blah, blah, blah. So what I do understand, I understand what he's saying as far as him fighting or trying to make sure she doesn't have the surgery. I think what he's trying to say, but the way he said it, was maybe misunderstood. Well, not maybe, it was misunderstood. It was mistaken. He should have tried his best to convince her not to do it. And we don't know if he didn't do that already, because
we don't know.
You already, right, because he said in his tweet or IG, what we talked about, we prayed. So he maybe was trying to get her to change her mind. Maybe he was not, just trying to convince her. So we don't know. We can only speculate. And all this is speculation.
Because at the end of the day, his significant other is still an adult. Right. And she
could have went because he wasn't there. She just went on and did it, which she did.
And to your argument, and to my argument, when I was responding to what Buddy said, you do not know what they spoke about.
Yeah,
you don't know how hard he fought against that. You don't know his views on that unless you live with them. You're never gonna know. And I just personally feel with it when it comes to people's personal business, shut up. Like people just need to shut up,
Yeah.
That because for real, you're gonna end up landing somewhere you don't want to land. And it's like a hole you're digging, and like that brother right there dug him, like, because granted, that, like I said, he spoke. Let's just say for some odd instance, him and DC Young Fly do know each other. However, DC Young Fly decides to respond to that, he had it coming.
Yeah. But opinions are like assholes. Everybody have one.
But yeah, that's true. But like I said, it's different when you bring someone's kids in there, because he said he questioned the love DC had for his children.
Yeah,
that he is the line crosser. They just had a baby.
because he allowed her to go have that surgery. And yeah, and now she's not here. And
So
I'm
yeah,
like, okay, that was,
and like I
yeah.
said, even if the kids were left out of it, he might have responded differently.
Hmm.
But now the kids are in it.
Now, for those who want to see this video, I'll post it on I'll post it on No Filter page, the No Filter Show, and Both Sides of the Coin page after we get off.
Yes,
So you
indeed.
guys
And you
can
and granted, we also encourage you all to continue the dialogue after we get off the air as well. Comment on this video, comment on the actual link we post. I mean, share the conversation. By the way, speaking of sharing, continuing the dialogue, we also want to thank you all because of all of y'all rocking with us. We are in the top 1% of creators on Facebook right now. So shouts out to all of you. We rock with y'all. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna have to post that on IG too. So yeah, so thank you all so much for that. So, but all in all, let's get off of that. So we'll just end it with end that conversation with, for one, DC Young Fly, prayers to you and your children and your family, brother. I can't even imagine how what you and your family are going through, and to the media personality or whoever he was to say all that, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. That's all I'm saying. You should be ashamed of yourself. And prayers to DC Young Fly and all that.
And also, ladies, please think 2, 3, 7 times before you decide to have a procedure. Just think about if this is something that is really, really needed, especially if you haven't tried other options. Try other options first. Try other things that you can do where you don't have to spend a bunch of money, or you don't have to be put to sleep and risk yourself of not being able to wake up. And the thing is, she had the surgery. She died in recovery. She was in a hotel room in Miami. And I believe she had hired nurses to come and take care of her. And they found her unresponsive. And they took her to the hospital, and she died later at the hospital. That's a huge risk.
It's a big risk.
Think about those that you are taking care of. If you have children, think about your children. You have family that love you. Think about yourself. Is it worth all of that? If you got to put the plate down a couple times a week, put the plate down. Food is good, yes. But it's okay to put the plate down. It's okay to push away from the table. Go outside. I started back jump roping. I mean, it's different things you can do. You have to try other options before you try to take the easy road, because surgery is quote unquote easy, but the recovery is not. And even if you survive that surgery, you got to do everything that you would have to do any other time. You got to exercise. You got to eat right. You got to maintain it.
And not
so
to
why
mention,
not try to do that before you have the surgery?
Yeah, and not to mention, you do run a risk after having those types of surgeries.
Oh my God!
You run the risk of, gaining other health issues you didn't have before the surgery. So,
and all that weight can come back if you don't do right, and it can come back double time.
Wasted money. But like at the end of the day, and most times when I see these women who when I see certain women who do these, or it's the majority of them from what I've seen, who have these surgeries, when I see them before they had the surgery, I'm like, she never needed all that.
They look great.
Y'all look beautiful. Like
they do 1 week of no regular food, no junk, and take a good dump. And that's gonna be gone.
There's a lot of truth said in that. There's a lot of truth said in that, because like every 6 months I actually detox myself. Because matter of fact, the first time at my heaviest I weighed 380, right? Then this was back in 2012. I was a big guy. When I started my weight loss journey, I started off with a detox. Just from detoxing, 7 days. 20 pounds gone.
Wow.
I was just full of crap.
Right. Most of us are.
So literally,
if you're regular, sometimes it's still something there.
So ladies, if you're walking around and you got a pudge in your stomach, more than likely you got to cleanse your system out.
Be foolish.
Straight up. So if somebody says that in an argument, they're telling the truth. You full of
I'm like, you know what? I'll be back.
straight up. Just clean your
Yeah.
system out, though. Well, of course, we had to kind of make end that on a funny note. So yeah, but
Yeah.
all in all, prayers to DC Young Fly and
Oh,
family and all that good stuff.
you know
What
what?
happened?
See, this is why. This is why I love your big-headed
Man,
ass.
definitely. We were talking about his favorite subject. Of course, he had to chime in.
Oh my God.
Taking dumps. That's
Colon
GMO
cleansing.
all
Oh,
the
take
way.
it down.
Hold on, wait. Why? How detailed did he get with this? Notice the little toot toots coming out the butt of the guy running.
Right.
Why did he have to get so detailed with these emojis? I'm
Because
just saying.
it's Mo. And it wouldn't be him if he didn't do it.
I am just
Anywho,
saying, y'all.
anything else you want to talk on before we get out of here?
I was watching the Tiny Desk concerts earlier on YouTube. Y'all need to go on there and check out Charlie Wilson, because Uncle Charlie bodied that joint.
Oh, yes.
Just recently, he got on, and I noticed his set is a little longer because most
His
times
what is what? His what is
his set
longer?
on there, his performance set is longer. Because normally a Tiny Desk concert is like at max 15 minutes, give or take.
Love you too, Mo.
Yeah, love you too, bro. But max give or take. But this guy had a 30-minute set. He literally had like
really?
a whole concert, bruh. And Uncle Charlie was bodying it, yo.
Man, from the Gap Band, do y'all
on?
know how long that's been? He hasn't had a musical length than the Isley Brothers, because they've had about 70 years. But
Facts,
he's
man.
had a long musical.
No, he got hella longevity.
Yeah.
He got hella longevity, man. Gap Band, all that. And this is the crazy thing, man. And this is why they say it's a marathon and not a race, because even though he had success with the Gap Band, when the Gap Band is I think they disbanded, correct me if I'm wrong, not sure, but when they stopped doing music, he's been released. I think his first solo project was back in the early 90s, give or take, or maybe the 80s, I don't know, but for real, he really popped off as a solo act. He didn't really pop off till like 2004.
Yeah, I was about to say later. It was later on, yeah.
And for real, that's when I found out who he was, for real. Now, granted, I've heard Gap Band songs, but like I didn't correlate the two because I knew Uncle Charlie because of the Uncle Charlie album. First name Charlie, last name Wilson.
Yeah. Okay. But see, a lot of people didn't hear about him until then.
That's when as a kid, that's when I
been Charlie for years.
But then
decades.
When he came back and I realized like he was the dude who sang Outstanding and all that, I'm like, all right, I've been a fan of his. And I've been a fan of his and didn't know it.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm gonna tell you this though. Oh, my headphones came out. I'm gonna tell you this though. Take some time out today. Take 30 minutes out your evening and check out that Tiny Desk concert, because Charlie ain't lost. The only person who bodied it just like that was the Usher joint that went viral. When Usher went on there and went viral with his.
When they tell me some
I put it up there. I put it up there with that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, cool. Because I can't hear nothing for some reason. But yeah. Let me go out and come back in, baby.
Okay. Well, okay. This time he did it on purpose. The first time he just kicked himself out of the daggone thing. But anyway, yeah, go in and watch that. Also, YouTube has so many different artists from back in the day. Nikki said, "I love seeing him in concert. I seen him play. Oh, that's cool.
I want to see. Whole time, Charlie, I'm gonna hit you up soon because I really want to do a record with him.
Oh, it'd be amazing if we can get him on the show.
Yeah, I really want to.
Oh, her too. Yeah. She said her. Her is. Oh, I love.
Oh yeah, she's dope.
Her is really cool. I love listening to her with her young self.
Yes, indeed.
She has a very soft voice.
Now, granted, who should do a Tiny Desk concert that hasn't done one yet? Because that's like an intimate setting.
I know, and they do them here in DC, don't they?
Yeah, it's all in DC.
Wisconsin Avenue.
Yeah,
don't they?
The Tiny Desk concert is all that's in in
Yeah, they
DC,
do it
yo.
here. Hmm.
So I
I
know Aniko
wonder.
should do one. Aniko should do one.
Oh
She
yes,
should definitely do one.
yes. I with it. Yep.
Aniko.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but who
She's
else,
really
yo? Who
awesome.
else? Who else need to do one?
You know, his brain. Dang, his name just left me, and I listen to him all the time. God dang it. Hold on, let me see if I can think. I'm gonna see if I can find his name real quick. But there are a lot of people, and but you know what? Tiny desk concerts, like you said, are very intimate, and they have to be able to really sing.
Yeah, but that shows that only like the thoroughly talented ones can get up on that. Tech Nine went up there and killed it. You know what I mean? I was excited about that because I've actually been to concerts that were Tiny Desk esque. You know, I'll give her a shout out. Like shout out to Ayana B. Jackson. She held an event.
Oh,
Yeah. She held an event. Yeah, a friend of mine. She held an event. At the studio in PG County. She reached out
hmm,
to me, invited me. So I went through and supported her. It was a dope event. Catered, all
that's
that good
cool.
stuff. There was probably 10 or 15 people max in the room,
Okay,
you
that's
know,
cool.
and it
They
was
had the
dope.
live band.
It wasn't a live band there, but
Okay.
they had like the audio engineer was
Hmm.
DJing. They had the a big PA system, like the stuff you would use for a concert was in
Okay.
that studio, and
That's
it was
cool.
so crystal. Everything was so crystal clear. It was dope.
Yeah, I love to hear Xavier Omar. A lot of
Mm.
people don't know him, but I love his music. He's really, really cool. And he
Hmm.
used to be a Christian singer. It was him. He was
Wow.
with another group, so it was him and another guy. And he didn't use Xavier Omar at first. I can't remember what his name was, but if you look
He
up,
had another name.
yeah, he used a different name when he was doing Christian. But
Hmm.
if you look up Xavier Omar, he'll come up, and then some of his other music under his other name will come up too. And he's. I think I would
Yeah.
like to see him in
For real.
on
I want
Tiny
to
Desk.
do one like whole time.
You'll be
I need
cool. That but see, but you're
I
gonna
body
have to
that.
slow it down
Well,
because
no,
people
actually,
we
no.
understand
This
you.
is the thing. No, because if I'm in an intimate setting, you're gonna really hear me.
That's true.
You're
That's
gonna really
true.
hear me because for real, that's when I'm. That's when for real. That's when the clarity really comes out. I'm clear
Mm.
anyway, no matter where
Right.
I
Yeah,
am.
you are. You
But
really
like
are. Yeah.
I can, but in an intimate setting, I can do different stuff with the song that I probably wouldn't do in a big setting. You
Yeah,
know,
that would be
especially
so dope. Okay, Tiny Desk, we
hit
need
me up.
you to
So
get with the real K quick.
and I'm a singer too. Like I said, I switch it up. I like, and I'm not just a. I don't rap. The fast rap is just one thing that I do.
Hmm.
It's just one thing I do. I'm just very good at it. I use it to my advantage or where it sounds good. But I am a lyricist. I am a vocalist.
Hmm.
I do all this stuff. And if I'm in a, if it's get 10, 15 people in the room with a band behind me, it's
Hmm.
done. You're
You
gonna
know
see
what?
something.
I love you quick, but I'll take a live band. I love live band.
Get a live band behind me because like I want to perform my songs with a live band.
That would be so dope.
I
That would
want to
be
perform
so cool.
that's like I got musicians on my team. We can set that up. I want a live
You can
like
do that
I want
without them though. Do it
I
without the
know
Tiny Desk.
I
The
know like
Tiny.
I said I'm probably gonna do that.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
gonna be cool.
Chinese
Oh,
desk.
outside of Tiny Desk though, um, have you ever watched a Colors episode?
I'm not too familiar.
Colors,
What's that?
Colors is not like Tiny Desk. It was something, but what they do is they feature artists in a room with different colors. So one room might be yellow, one might be
Mm.
green,
Hold
one,
on. Well, didn't Quavo and Offset do that?
I'm not, you know what? I don't know. I
Because it
gotta
went
check.
back because something like that went viral on TikTok where they were in like this colored room that
Yeah,
was just one
if
color.
it, yeah, that was it, and the microphone was right there.
Yeah,
Cause yeah, that's
the
it.
mic
Yeah,
was
they do
hanging
the
down.
colors, and it's Masego did
Not
one.
Offset,
He
Takeoff. Rest in pease,
take off.
Takeoff.
Yeah,
Rest in peace, Takeoff.
yeah, that part he probably did then. Masego did one. He performed Navajo on it, and he had left his
Mm.
saxophone with his crazy self. But there's a lot of people and even international artists come on Colors. So
Hey,
you can go on YouTube and look up Colors, and so many people have performed that. So either Tiny Desk or Colors. I mean, it's all
all right.
wonderful.
Well,
Music is
let me.
amazing.
Well, how about this? Everybody watching, if y'all want K Quick to do a Tiny Desk style event, exclusive event, Tiny
Mhm.
Desk style performance, blow these comments up or DM me. Let me know
Or
something.
even on the page or
Or
anything.
just, or if you want me to
Yeah.
just film a Tiny Desk style performance, I will do it if y'all want it. So just let me know in these comments.
Yeah.
Okay, we got one vote.
Yeah.
But if anybody else, matter of fact, we're gonna put that out on all the pages.
Yeah.
Should K Quick do a Tiny Desk style performance?
That
And
would be
if
dope.
enough of y'all say yes, I will do that. I will do it.
With the
I'll even
live
put that.
band. We need the
With a
live
live
music.
band. I will make sure it's a live band.
That's cool.
Definitely. But hey, I hope y'all enjoyed us this Thursday. We couldn't let a Thursday go by without jumping on here and saying, "What's up?"
Just
And
a
this is the
little
first
quick
episode
one.
of Spin the Block. We might have to do this for real at some point. We might have to make this a actual thing.
Yeah, you got to have most and Spin the Block is his thing.
I know. Well, yeah, he made that joint. He made that
He
joint
is the
famous.
king of spinning the block.
Well, it might just have to be a different combination of people.
Yeah,
We
but
might just
you
mix and
definitely
match
got to get
this.
him on it.
By the way, we gonna make a Spin the Block montage. We gonna post it on the No Filter
Definitely.
channel. We
Nikki
gonna
said,
chat.
do it now.
Do it now. Do it
The
now. What
Tiny
you want me
Desk.
to do
The
now?
Tiny Desk.
She wants me to. Hey, I got a keyboard right here. I can do something, you know. But anyway, don't see. Nah, y'all gonna have to wait. But shoot. Well, yo, Phoenix, this was
Yeah.
fun though.
It
I'm glad
was.
I'm glad we could bother each other this evening.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I'm glad you guys joined us for this little bit of time.
Yes, indeed. So if
Yes,
y'all are
yes.
not hip, please, if y'all please like all the No Filter pages, make sure y'all like follow No Filter at the No Filter Show RVTV on Instagram. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching on there right now. That is at if you're on Facebook, go to youtube.com/the No Filter Show RVTV. Hit that subscribe button because we got some new content dropping very soon. We're going to start uploading stuff, interviews, clips, moments from past episodes, and we're going to be uploading some No Filter Show exclusive clips and skits and all that good stuff. So you don't want to miss it. And if you want to be a part of the community, we also have the No Filter Lounge. So search it on Facebook and become a member, because there you'll get all the exclusives first. You get to suggest show ideas, the whole 9 yards. So stop playing and get with it, because we're in the top 1%.
Woo! And on top of that, y'all know we are outside. So July 8th. What's that? What time are we doing? 5 o'clock?
I think so.
I believe 5 o'clock. We are doing a 90s party. We are partying with y'all at 12 o'clock. I mean, dang, 5 o'clock on July 8th.
I'll let you want us out.
The tickets are $10, y'all. $10. Y'all can get tickets. Yeah, $10. Y'all can get tickets from any of us. Quick, Mo, Star, Rock, me.
All
Y'all
that
can
stuff
get
is
y'all
included.
tickets. Yeah, y'all gonna have a good time. Y'all gonna have an amazing time. Come join us on the 8th at 5 o'clock. It's gonna be at 55 M Street Northeast. If you came to the ice cream social, it's at the same place, but it's gonna be even more laid back, and we're gonna have more fun, more partying, because the No Filter Show is not hosting. We just partying with y'all. So you need to come out and enjoy this day with us, a 90s party. And then in future endeavors, September 2nd, we will be having another ice cream social. So
it's gonna be huge.
So in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna be doing things, but y'all gotta come on and join us.
Yeah. And just keep your eyes peeled, because as you can see, it's gonna be
you
lit.
coming up here, Nikki? You coming up here, Nikki?
Come up here. Do we gotta bring you up here? But as you can see, just keep your eyes peeled and follow us everywhere, because you never know when we will pop up. Well, shoot. On that note, Phoenix, I think we can call it an evening. Can't wait.
Yeah. Yes, we can. Thank you guys so
Ah,
much.
much love, everybody. I'm K Quick. She's the Blue Phoenix and all that stuff. Without the rap, though. Yeah. Afro puff out. We out of
Yeah.
here. No
Bye,
filter
y'all.
edge.
Good night.